Now, what we'll discuss now in today's session is how to create a pop-up window, guys. Let me go and keep here. Create a pop-up window. How to go and create the pop-up windows. How to create a pop-up window. We'll discuss now in today's session. Now, let me go and open the Power Apps. Let me show you how to go and create the pop-up windows. Let me go and open the Power Apps. Let me go and search for the URL make.powerapps.com. Let me go and open it. Let me go and open the app. Currently, we are working with the app called Gallery. Let me go and open it. Go and click on edit. Let it open. Fine, guys. This is the app currently we are working with. Now, as we know that when I go and click on this new employee, it is going to open the form, new employee onboarding form. Here you can go and enter the new employee onboarding details, employee details here. Once after entering the employee details, as we know that you can go and click on the submit button. Once we go and click on the submit button, it is going to submit the data to the data sources. Now, once after submitting the data, it will use this success message. It will navigate to the success screen. And once after submitting the data, and also we discussed here how to go and view the records. Let's say the first record is Maxwell. Now, when I go and click on this right arrow, and I click on this icon, right arrow icon, I'm able to view the complete details of the Maxwell. Now, see, currently we are seeing which employee details. I'm viewing the Maxwell employee details. Currently, now the form is in which mode? Now the form is in view mode. Now, if you want to edit the data in the form, by default, I'm not able to edit it. If you want to edit the data, as we know that you need to go and click on what? Edit icon. And when I go and click on this edit icon, now the form is in the edit mode. Now, if you want to do any changes in the form, if you want to update any data, you can go and update it. Now, see, whenever if you go and change the employee name, in yesterday's class we discussed about how to go and give this some indication to the user, some warning message. I'm giving some just some indication to the user that the form has unsaved data. You are doing some changes. Please go and click on the save button. This is one type of indication or a warning message we are giving to the users. And one more is on which field you are changing the data, on which field or a data card, we are able to change the border of the data card. Now see, I am changing the employee name here. So automatically the border color is changed. The border color is changed to what? Red. So these are the two types of customizations we did in the yesterday's class. So now what is my requirement here is these two are just, I'm giving some indication to the user that there is some changes in the form. Now see, let's say in place of Maxwell, let's say I'm keeping here, uh, just let me keep it as ABD. I think already ABD is there. Let me keep it as Chendu. Let me keep it as Chendu. Now see, I'm changing the employee name, guys. Now once after change the employee name, I need to go and click on the save button. So once if I click on the save button, the record is going to be saved. I'm going to save the new employee name here. Now instead of going and clicking on the save button, without going and clicking on the save button, if I go and click on the back button, what happens now? If I go and click on the back button, or if I go and click on the home button, now if you see, I'm doing some changes. I'm not going to save the form. Without saving the form, when I go and click on the back button, it will navigate to the back button. It will navigate to the previous screen. What's the previous screen? Gallery screen is the previous screen. So what's my requirement here is, if I do any changes in the form, let's say if I'm updating the name to Chendu. So if I'm updating the name, now without clicking on the save button, without saving the form, if I go and click on this back button, or if I go and click on the home button, I need to go and see one pop-up here, guys. I want to display one pop-up here. Without saving the form, once after doing the changes, without saving the form, if I go and click on the back button, I want to view one pop-up window here. I want to create a pop-up window. So in yesterday's class, these two validations we discussed. If you do any changes in the form, just we are giving some indications to the user. Without saving the form, if I go and click on the back button, it will navigate to the previous screen. This is not actual requirement. What's my requirement here is, if I do any changes here, if I do any changes in the form without saving the form, without saving the form, if I go and click on the back button, I need to go and show one pop-up window, guys. I need to go and create one pop-up window here. What I want to show here is the form has unsaved data. Do you want to save it, or if you don't want to save it? So if you see, if you go on, if you see any scenarios, real-time scenarios, if you are doing any changes without saving the form, if you go and click on the back button, it will ask second level confirmation. Do you want to save the form, or you want to leave the screen? So if you go and click, I want to save the form, means go and click on the save button. If you don't want to save, if you want to go back to the previous screen, means go and click on the no button. So like this, I want to create one pop-up screen here, or a pop-up window. Now how to go and create it? How to go and create the pop-up window? We'll discuss now in today's session, guys. So in order to go and discuss it, so first let me go to the, let me select any one of the item in the gallery. Let me select the stock employee details. Now the form is in the edit mode. Now just go and click on, previously the form is in the view mode. Now the form is in the edit mode. Now I want to go and create a pop-up window here, guys, or a pop-up screen. Just I want to give some, I want to take the second level confirmation from the user, whether he want to save the form or he don't want to save the form. So in order to go and do this, first of all, let me go and create one pop-up screen, guys, or a pop-up window. So in order to go and create it, let me go and insert one control. The control I'm adding here is rectangular control, guys. Let me add one control called rectangle. Now fit this rectangle to the screen, fit it to the screen, and let me select the fill color. Let me change the transparency to this. Let me keep the transparency to 0.3. Let me keep the transparency to 0.3. Now see, when I keep here transparency to 0.3, now the screen is in the grayed out. Just it is showing some gray screen here. It is somewhat grayed out here. So this is what my first requirement. So add one rectangular icon or rectangular control and change the fill color to transparency to 0.3 or 0.5, whatever it is. Once after this, let me go and add another control, guys. I want to add another rectangular control. Let me go and another rectangle, keep it in the middle, keep it in the middle. Let me keep it exactly in the middle, and let me change the background color to white. Let me change the background color to white. Go and change the color to white. Fine. Now here I want to keep some text on the top. What is the title of this pop-up screen is unsaved data. If the form has unsaved data, then I want to display this pop-up screen. So let me go and add one text label, guys. Let me go and add one text label. Keep it on the top here. Keep it here. Now let me go and do some formatting. Let me increase the size to 24. Let me keep it in the bold. And let me go and change the text. Let me change the text to unsaved data. Unsaved data. The form has some unsaved data. So this is the title of this pop-up window, unsaved data. Next, I want to create another one more control. Let me add one more control text label. Keep it here. Now, what is the text I want to keep in this is the form has unsaved data. Are you sure to leave the screen? Let me go and keep the text, keep it in the semi-bold. Let me increase it to 16. Let me keep the size as 16 and let me change the text here, guys. Now, what's the text I want to keep here is the form has unsaved data. The form has unsaved data. Are you sure? Are you sure to leave the screen? Are you sure to leave the screen? This is the message I want to keep here, guys. Let me align it to center. Now see, this is the what is the title? This is the title, and this is the text I'm keeping. Are you? The form has unsaved data. Are you sure to leave the screen? Yes, I want to. I'm sure to leave the screen, or I don't want to leave the screen. So just select this control. Just keep somewhat on the top. And also let me increase somewhat height of this. Now I want to add two buttons in this. Let me go and add to one of the button. Let me go and add the first button. Let me keep the button here. Now this button is for, let me change the text first. Let me change the text to yes. Let me change the text to yes. I want to leave the screen. And also let me keep the fill color. Let me go and change the fill color to green. Let me go and change the fill color to green. And also let me zoom it. Now select the button. Let me keep some board radius here. There is some property called radius. Let me keep the radius to 20. Now see, it looks somewhat button now. Now it looks like a button. Let me reduce some size. Also let me reduce some bit. Uh, Let me increase the height. Fine. This is the S button, guys. Are you sure to leave the screen? Yes, I want to leave the screen. Now I want to create another button. Just copy the same button, paste it. Now keep the button here. Now what is the title of this button is? The text I want to keep here is no. I don't want to leave the screen. So let me keep the text of this button as no. And also change the background color, guys. Let me change the fill color. Let me keep it is. Now this is the pop-up I'm creating here. One simple pop-up I'm trying to create. Select this and keep it here. Fine. This is the pop-up. Now when I want to go and view this pop-up, when I want to display this pop-up, on select of this button, whenever if you are doing any changes in the form without saving that form, if you go and click on this back button, then in this case only I want to show this pop-up. Now when I go and show this pop-up, what is the message it is showing here? Unsaved data. So the form has unsaved data. Are you sure to leave the screen? Yes, I want to leave the screen. Now on select property, on select of this button, what is the code I want to write? On select of this no button, what is the code I want to write? So before going discuss about what logics I need to go and build here. So whatever the controls I'm using to create this pop-up, let me select all the controls. Now see, this button is for no button. Let me change it to no button. And this button is for what? Yes button. Let me change the button names. Select these buttons, select all the controls. Yes button, no button, text label, header, and two rectangular controls. Select all the controls, whatever the controls you are using to create this pop-up. Select all the controls, right click and click on group. So when I click on group, what I am doing here is I'm going to make all these controls as one group, guys. Now click on the group. Now see, it is creating one group. If you expand this group, you are able to see all the controls which is used to create this pop-up. And also I want to change this group name. Let me change the group name to pop-up. Let me change the group name to pop-up. So this is the pop-up I'm creating. Now to create this pop-up, these are the controls I'm using here. Now by default, select the pop-up, select this group. This group will have one property called visible property. By default, I'm able to view this pop-up. So I don't want to view it now, right now. So currently it is false. Currently it is true. Let me make it as false. Let me make it as false. Now see, I'm not able to view that pop-up, guys. So visible property, I'm making it as false. If the visible property is false, then we are not able to see. If the property is true, if the visible property is true, then we are able to see the pop-up here. By default, it is true. Let me make it as false. For now, I want to make it as false. And now try to understand it, guys. Now let me go and select this button. Now see, on select of this button, if I do any changes, let us say I'm doing some changes here, guys. I'm changing the name. I'm changing the name. Now the form has unsaved data. Now without saving the, without clicking on the save button, now when I go and click on this back button, it will navigate to the gallery screen. Now I don't want to navigate without saving the form. If I go and click on this button, back button, I want to go and display this pop-up. Now to display that pop-up, now I want to go and write one logic here, guys. What is the logic I want to write? Let me show you that logic. Let me keep it here as dark. Let me go and write that logic here now. Now on select of this button, by default, I'm keeping it here is what? When I go and select this button, directly go and navigate to what? On select of this button, directly go and navigate to gallery screen. Now directly I don't want to navigate to the gallery screen. So I'm going to add one if condition here. If let me add the condition, guys. Form 1, whatever the form is there, if form 1 dot unsaved, if the form has any unsaved data, then what I want to do, if the form has any unsaved data, then I'm going to create one variable, guys. If the form has unsaved data, then go and declare one variable. What is that variable is show where popup. Show where popup. Now what is the value I'm going to assign to this variable is I'm going to assign the value as boolean value. What is the boolean value I'm assigning? True. What's the boolean value? If the form has any unsaved data, if the form has any unsaved data, on select of this button, form has unsaved data, then go and create a variable. If the form doesn't have any unsaved data, if you are not doing any changes, then directly go and navigate to the gallery screen. When I want to set this variable, when I want to go and declare this variable, if the form has unsaved data, then if you go on without saving the form, if I go and click on this back button, if I go and click on this back button, then I want to go and set one variable. What is that variable? Show where popup. Now, what is the value I'm assigning to this variable? True. So boolean value I'm assigning, some true condition I'm passing here. Now this variable is holding the value as true now. Now, once after declaring this, once after passing this, now go to the group. We have created one popup, right? Go to the popup group, select this one. Now go to the visible property. Go to the visible property. By default is false, right? Now whatever the variable we declared just now, pass that variable here, guys. Show where popup. I'm using the variable here. So by default, this variable is holding the value as what? By default, this variable is nothing holding. When this variable is true, if the form has any unsaved data, without saving the form, if I go and click on this back button, then this variable is holding the value as what? True. If the variable is true, that means the visible property of this pop-up is true. So then only I'm able to view that pop-up. Now see, select this one, select the button. Now go to the home tab. Now try to understand. I'm going to select the Maxwell employee details. I'm going to select what? Maxwell employee details. By default, now the form is in the view mode. I want to edit it. Go and click on the edit icon. Now I'm doing some changes. In place of Maxwell, let me keep it as Chendu. In place of Maxwell, I'm changing the name to Chendu. Now once after changing the name, I'm not going to save the form. Directly without saving the form, I'm going to click on the back button. Yes. When I try to go and click on the back button, now see, it is taking some second level confirmation from the user. What is that confirmation? Unsaved data. The form has unsaved data. Are you sure to leave the screen? Yes. I don't want to save it. I want to leave the screen. Now on select of this button, what I want to do? Now yes button, I want to go back to the gallery screen. I don't want to save it. I want to navigate to the previous screen. No button means no means I don't want to navigate to the previous screen. I want to go and save the form. Let me go and do these things here, guys. Now see, go and select the S button. Now see, in this S button, go to the on select property. This button will have on select property. Where is it? Go and select the on select property. By default is false. Let me go and keep here what? So first go and navigate. I want to navigate to the screen, gallery screen. Once after navigating to the gallery screen, what I want to do here is I want to set, I don't want to see this pop-up now. Once after navigating to the gallery screen, I don't want to see this pop-up. So go and set that variable. What is that variable? Show where pop-up to false. I want to make it as false. This is what my requirement. On select of this yes button, yes, I don't want to save it. I want to go back to the previous screen, gallery screen. Once after going back to the previous screen, make this variable as false. If the variable is false means, then I'm not able to view this pop-up. Next, go to the no button again. On select of this button, what I want to do? Are you sure to leave the screen means no. I don't want to leave the screen. So go and make that variable to false. Set show where pop-up, show where pop-up to false. I don't want to navigate to the previous screen. So just go and pass the function as what? I want to make that variable to false. If the variable is false, then I'm not able to see this pop-up. Then I can go and click on the save button. Now once after doing this logics, just save it and go and click on play. Now see here guys, I'm doing some changes. Now it is asking that the form has unsaved data. I'm changing the name here. The form has unsaved data. Are you sure to leave the screen? Yes, I want to leave. I don't want to save it. So when I go and click on the yes button, I'm able to go back to the previous screen. And also if you go to the form screen now, if you go to the form screen now, the form has unsaved data, but I'm not able to view that screen, pop-up screen. Now see, when I go to the home screen, when I go and select the star employee details now I'm when I go and click on edit, now let's say I'm changing these details to let me keep it as Chendu. Now the form has unsaved data. Now when I go and click on the back button without saving the form, now it is taking the second level confirmation from the user. Are you sure to leave the screen? Means yes. No, I don't want to leave the screen. I want to save the form. So go and click on the no button. When I click on the no button, I'm not able to see that pop up. Now I can go and click on the save button, guys. When I click on the save button, now it is going to be navigating to the success screen. The form has been saved successfully. Now if you go and click on the home button, now see, I'm updating the name here. So previously it is what Max, it is Stark. Now it is changed to what? Chendu. So like this, if you want to display the pop-up, if you want to take the second level confirmation from the users, then you can go and take the second level confirmation, guys. So this is what, how to go and create the pop-up. If you go and change any data without saving the form, if I go and click on the back button, I'm able to view some pop-up here. Are you sure to leave the screen? Yes, I want to leave. So go back. It is not going to change the save the form. It will just simply navigate to the gallery screen. Like this, we are able to create the pop-up screen, guys. This is what, how to go and create a pop-up. And next, what's my next requirement here is, I want to create an icon. I want to create an icon. Let me add an icon, that is delete icon, guys. I think it is not there. Let me select the icon as trash. Let me select this icon. Go and keep this icon in the gallery. I think not here. Just remove it. Select the gallery. Select the gallery and go and click on edit gallery. Now go and add that icon. What is that icon? Trash. Now see, I'm adding one icon into this gallery, that is what? Trash. Now go and change the color of this. Let me change it to white. And also let me play it. Let me reduce some size. Fine, let me keep it as. Now I'm adding one delete button here, or delete icon. Now see, on select of this delete icon, I want to remove this item, or I want to remove this record. I want to remove this employee details from this gallery. So how to go and remove it? On select of this button, delete button. Now see, select the button delete. Now on select, go to the on select property. Now let me remove this. Select parent. I want to write one function here. What is that function? Is remove. Now this remove is asking us to pass the data source. What is the data source? Employees is my list name. Now from this, what I want to do, I want to remove the data. What data? Whatever the data I'm selecting in the gallery one dot selected. Whatever the item I'm going to select in the gallery, that item I want to remove from where? From the students list. So how to remove? Let me go and perform it, guys. Save the app and go and click on play. Now try to understand. Let's say I'm going to delete the first employee details, Chendu employee details I want to remove. Now see, when I go and click on this delete icon, now see, it is going to delete that employee details. I'm not able to see the Chendu now. If you go to the SharePoint also, in the SharePoint also, you are not able to see that employee details, guys. Go to the gallery, go to the list called employees. This is the list I'm using. Now see, in this list, I don't have the name with Chendu. Previously, I'm having one employee name with Chendu. Now let us say I want to remove the Warner employee details, guys. I want to remove the Warner. So how to remove it? Go to the app. Where is Warner? Here is the Warner. Now I want to remove the Warner employee details. Now see, when I go and click on this delete icon, it is going to delete that Warner employee details. If I go and check the data, if I go and click on the refresh in the SharePoint also, automatically that record is deleted. Now see, I don't have the Warner employee details here. Like this, with the help of this delete icon, whenever I select this delete icon, by default, it is going to remove the data from the gallery and also from the SharePoint list. Now, what's my requirement here is, when I go and click on this delete icon, by default, I don't want to delete the record. When I select this icon, I want to create a pop-up. I want to display a pop-up. Now I want to take the second level confirmation from the user. What does the pop-up means? Now the pop-up is delete record. Are you sure to delete the record? Yes, I want to delete it. No, I don't want to delete it. So here also on select of this icon, delete icon, I want to create a pop-up. So this pop-up is for what? Deleting the record. So I want to create the same pop-up now. So just do one thing. Go to the form screen, select this pop-up, copy it, copy the same pop-up, and then go to the gallery screen, just paste it here, guys. Copy, paste. Now see, the pop-up is added here. So in the gallery screen, I'm having one pop-up. In the form screen also, I'm having one pop-up. In the form screen, this pop-up is for what? Save data, unsaved data. Now I'm going to create another pop-up in the gallery screen. Let me change this name of the pop-up. Pop-up for delete. Pop-up for delete the data. Now let me select this. Let me select this pop-up. By default, I'm not able to view it. So let me do one thing. So go and select this icon. On select of this icon, what I want to do, by default, I'm removing the data. I don't want to remove the data. What I want to do here is, I want to go and display one pop-up here, guys. So to display the pop-up, I'm going to declare one variable set. What I want set here, guys. Let me keep it as show where pop-up gallery. I'm creating a pop-up for what now? Gallery. Show where pop-up gallery. Now, once I've declared the variable, let me assign the value. Now, what's the value I'm assigning here is true. I'm assigning the value as true. Now, see, whenever I select this icon, delete icon, I'm declaring one variable. What is the value I'm assigning to this variable is true. Now, go and select this pop-up. Go to the visible property. Now, let me remove the old pop-up. I don't want to go with this pop-up variable. Just now, I created one more variable, right? What's that variable? Show where pop-up gallery. This is the variable I want to use now. And the next, once after keeping here, now see, save it, go and click on play. Now see here, guys, when I go and click on this delete icon, previously by default it is removing the record, but now when I go and click on this delete icon, let's say I'm removing the Maxwell employee details. When I click on the delete icon, now see, it is taking the second level confirmation. Now I want to change the text here. It is unsaved data. Let me change it to delete record. Let me change it to what? Let me change it to delete record. This pop-up is for deleting the record, guys. Let me change that header to delete record, and also let me change this body also. Let me change the body to are you sure? Are you sure to delete the record? Are you sure to are you sure to delete the record? This is the text I am keeping. Are you sure to delete the record? Yes, I want to remove it. So on select of this yes button, what I want to do? So select the yes button, go to the on select property, go to the on select property. By default, it is the thing I'm keeping. Just remove it. Now on select property, what I want to do? Yes, I want to remove it. So go and use the function called remove function, guys. Go and use the function called remove. Remove. What I want to remove? I want to remove the data in the employees list. What I want to remove? Whatever the item I'm selecting in the gallery one dot selected. Whatever the item I'm going to select, that item I want to delete it here. So on select of this button, are you sure to delete the record? Yes, I want to remove that record. So go and remove it. Once after removing the record, I want to make that variable. There is one variable, right? Set where show pop-up gallery. I want to make this variable to false. I want to make that variable to false. Let me close it. Let me make this variable to false. Now, no. What is the button no, guys? Now see, are you sure to delete the record? No, I don't want to delete it. So let me go and select this no button. Go to the on select property. Go to the on select property. Just remove it. Set. Now I don't want to delete it. So set. I want to make that variable to false, guys. Set where show pop-up gallery to false. Make sure that if the user is clicking on no, that means the user don't want to delete it. So I don't want to delete it. Click on no. No means set var show popup to false. So if the variable is false means then we are not able to view this pop-up screen. So just go and save it and play. Now see, I'm deleting record. Are you sure to delete the record means no, I don't want to delete it. So now see, I'm not deleting the record. Now see, I'm selecting the Maxwell employee details. Maxwell employee details. When I go and click on this delete icon, now directly it is not removing the data. It is asking me to delete record. Are you sure to delete the records? Yes, I want to remove the Maxwell. When I click on the S button, now see, the Maxwell record is deleted. If you go to the SharePoint also, in the SharePoint also, that record is going to be deleted. Now I'm having the Maxwell here. No. Let's say I want to remove the Smith. Let me go and remove the Smith. Let us say I want to remove the Smith here. Select the Smith, click on the delete. Are you sure to delete it? Yes, I want delete. Now the Smith record is not available here. Now if you go and refresh it, now see, I'm not able to the Smith record. So like this, if you want to take the second level confirmation from the user, so we need to go and create this type of pop-up screens. So this is what how to go and create a pop-up case. Two pop-ups we created here. One is if you are doing any changes in the form without saving the form, without going and saving the form, if I go and click on this back button, here it is displaying one pop-up, unsaved data. Are you sure to leave the screen without saving the form? Yes, I want to leave. Go back. Now here I want to remove one employee details. When I go and click on the delete, directly it doesn't remove the data. When I click on it, it is taking some second level confirmation, delete record. Are you sure to delete the record? Yes, I want to delete it. No, I don't want to delete this record. No, I don't want to delete it. So like this, we are able to go and create the pop-ups in the Power Apps case. So this is what how to go and create the pop-up screens in Power Apps. Let me stop here.